We're right here in central London because actually we don't want to just be talking to farmers. We think the really important thing about Farming Delivers is to get out and talk to our consumers about what we deliver as the farming community. And of course, if consumers, if voters are listening, we can get the politicians to listen as well. What we know we had to do is move on from Farming Matters. It seems absurd now in 2012 that we ever had to make the case that farming matters. But I think coupled with a couple of global food spikes, our messaging here in the UK, that message that farming matters has landed with politicians. Now, particularly in the context of the recession, the need for growth in the UK, we want to convey how much the farming industry delivers right here in the UK, and where better to start it than here in central London. So it's really key that we get to consumers with a clear message. What we want, our call to action is make it British, make it local, make it happen. Later today, having met today with journalists on the Thames and taking this boat down the Thames, we're meeting with MPs later on. There'll be a whole series of threads. We'll be asking farmers to promote Farming Delivers from their farms, from their gateposts. We want to take it out with we have a roadshow that goes around agricultural shows into schools. We want to make it an overriding theme of all our messaging for the next 3 or 4 years. Thank you very much indeed to start with for turning out today, coming to see our launch of Farming Delivers. It is peculiar perhaps that we're right in central London, but I do think there's a real reason for that, because we want to be talking over the next few years to consumers, hence central London, rather than...
People coming up the Thames today. It's just going to come up the Thames shortly. It's all about farming.
Following Lambing Live, the feedback we had was amazing, but a lot of people didn't realise what went into farming and didn't understand how certainly farmers in Britain dealt with their animals, and didn't understand the husbandry and welfare that went behind it. So I think it's really important that we educate the public, and I think the public genuinely want to know, and I think it's a good thing that this turnaround has happened. People want to know where the food comes from, and I think it's important to promote the British farmers, because we have got the highest welfare standards in the world.
We had Why Farming Matters, and now it's, we deliver. Now farmers, we can't keep saying we're going to deliver. We are now delivering, and we are delivering. We're doing some fantastic things in the whole of farming, especially in the egg sector we're in. We've done all the high welfare animal things. We've spent at the industry £400 million to convert to these high welfare systems. 50% of the hens in the country now are free range, which again is has the high welfare status. So yeah, no, I think it's very important. I think we need to all get behind it.
The BVPA have been working with the NFU now for the last year, primarily on the Grain to Glass initiative, which is something we were very supportive of, looking really at how the whole supply chain impacts on the brewing industry and the pub industry as well. So right through from the growers, the farmers, the producers of barley and hops, all the way through to the final beer, how it's produced, and then how it's sold on to the consumers through the pub. I think consumers are interested already. I think, but it is better when they know more about where these things come from and how they're produced and who's involved along this process. It's a long, complicated process for most foods, and it's a really important thing for consumers to know exactly what all those links in the chain are.
The Red Tractor scheme is the farm assurance scheme for British farmers. We establish standards for farmers to make sure that the food is safe, the animals are well cared for, the environment is protected, and we inspect farms to make sure that they comply with those standards. And I think that by looking for the Red Tractor logo, consumers, when they shop, will be supporting this campaign.
The National Farmers Union is an affiliate of the National Council of Women, and we've been very interested for years on food security in Britain. We think it's the most important issue. We're very pleased the farmers are having another campaign, because we think it's important that we raise the awareness of the farming and how important it is to the country on a wide range of issues. The issues we're talking about is, again, the economy, jobs, the environment, and creating food security for this country. And we do need to raise this issue with the consumers, because everybody is still not aware of how important farming is. So I'm delighted that the Farmers Union are doing this campaign, and NCW, the National Council of Women, will definitely be supporting the campaign.
Farming Delivers for Britain is very important, and one of the reasons it's important is because it stresses sustainability in agriculture. And what does sustainability mean? It means that agriculture needs to produce food which is high quality but affordable, and be also produce food sufficient quantity in a very, very tough agricultural environment globally. It's very important that we talk to consumers about farming so they know where their food comes from and all of the issues involved in food production.
And certainly for the invitation and hospitality today, but also for the more relaxed atmosphere. And I have to tell you, for those of you who weren't with us earlier on, we've taken a barge down the Thames. I actually jumped off.
Real pleasure to be here today and to really congratulate the NFU on launching this report on farmers delivering for Britain. And I think it says it all in a way that the previous
Farming Delivers, and certainly in Sherwood it really is delivering. It's delivering me jobs in my constituency, it's looking after the environment. All that beautiful countryside you look at is the responsibility of agriculture, and at the same time delivering high animal welfare, quality food and a cheap shopping basket. So I think it's a fantastic campaign, highlights how important agriculture is to the economy and to the country.
Great pleasure in reading about your success, because we know you deliver for Britain, and it's lovely to be part of letting the wider world know just what a good job you do. Thank you very much.